My name is... I'm one of them, yes, ma'am.
Hi there. I don't know how I need a... Linda.
Linda was charged for a Chick-fil-A.
Great.
$70.
Yes, ma'am. So, I spoke with Debbie this morning, and she said that Mr. Sloan is going to come to the receipt and then have the shoes resent back to corporate, and then we will add it back to you.
Okay. Alrighty. So I guess you already knew about the shoes.
Debbie did. Yes.
Okay, because all together everything was $79.99, and then y'all realized that I never took the shoes, and then okay, so all right, so it's gonna get refunded back to my routing, my bank.
I don't know if it'll go directly back or if we'll have to do a
Paper.
paper check.
Okay, I would assume a paper check.
Call and keep you updated.
And do you know about how much those shoes are? Like,
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
$39.99.
So yeah, Chick-fil-A charged $79.
$79.99.
How much?
$79.99.
$80 for an outfit. It didn't even tell her. Of course, it didn't work out for her because they wanted you to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's not because of the time.
Oh.
It's time.
Anyway, we're finding out if they're going to return the money because she ended up having to pay Chick-fil-A to work there. Almost. They only cut her a check for $12. Then they took $79.99 out for this gray outfit that looks like, I don't know, where are we going? Like a teacher. Kind of. What does that outfit look like anyway? Like a golfer? Looks like a golfing outfit? Look like if you're playing golf.
And since I got my first check, there's no return policy, which is bullcrap.
Yeah, they look like golfers.
Now
But anyway,
now they have to send me a check for those shoes that I never took. So why can't they like take my whole crap back? So I was like, well, sure.
I'm sorry, what?
They already have to write me a new check because they owe me for shoes.
So they're going to have to pay you.
Yes, for the shoes that I never took. So why can't they take the rest back?
She ended up cutting up one of the Chick-fil-A shirts because they gave her 2 shirts, right? 2 shirts?
Yes.
Yeah, she cut up one of the shirts. She got mad. It's like a red scarlet letter. Yeah, I think Tweety's like one of the great bands that are out there. Wilco, of course, they were wonderful. They're from Chicago. The lead singer's a really just ideal citizen type of person. Been through a whole lot. His name was Jeff Tweedy, but he started the band a long time ago. There was rumors that there was 2 lead singers, but I think that was just rumor. Because when I went back on Wikipedia and I did the research, I found out that there was only 1 singer in Wilco. And then, you know, eventually, after a while, they didn't really break up per se. They just didn't play as much. So Jeff Tweedy branched off with his own solo career and started a band with his son, who his son is actually a drummer. And they started a band called Tweedy. And I think they're better than Wilco. It's kind of confusing because it says Jonathan's iPhone. But anyway, Tweedy is, you gotta check them out. They're a very exceptionally good band. They also have their own, they do their own videos and everything. And Jeff Tweedy actually has kind of his own vlog a little bit. His wife had put together their own little video vlog where they sit around during Christmas time and play John Lennon songs. I did a bunch of shows. I did a lot of shows last night, and they were all kind of on hold. Then as I got in the car and started driving, they just all shot on up. Now, if you go down there are deer, so you got to be real careful. A lot of deer. And Linda and I, we saw a couple of them because those deer will kill you. They got hooves that are razor sharp, and if they go through your windshield, you better exit the car immediately because they'll slice you up like a Freddy Krueger movie. This is more precious than a pot of gold. I'm the black Jeep of the family. Hold my beer, but did you die? Currently watching Mighty Wind, which is a very good musical documentary about folk music. I don't know why Bob Dylan's not in it, but the other one that I saw that shows rock music at its heightened sense, maybe like Metallica, is Spinal Tap, which is a great rock documentary if you like anything about rock music and dealing with gnomes and that type of world that the Führer tried to bring in to the existence of the Nazis back in World War II, 1940s, and so Hitler was trying to bring the gnome back. Of course, he didn't, but Spinal Tap, the great band, did. They actually brought the whole gnome back. Oh, look, Black Star. You go to Arby's, get yourself a Reese's peanut butter cup cookie. And remember, everybody, there's no MCFIBS, but just real ribs, limited time. Oh, it's McFibs. It's like some kind of some type of structure fire. There's nothing worse than when you miss a complete consonant. We're going to go into it here. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block, whether the weather be cold or whether the weather... Sometimes if you're missing a consonant completely, it has to do with the speed from your brain to your tongue. So once you get that speed down, that timing, give me a second. I gotta spit something out. I wasn't spitting out my tongue. But once you get that speed down from your brain to your tongue, then you start to kind of understand the rhythmic music of speaking. That's ridge street, ridge. You really want to hit those consonants, ridge. This is known as Robert's Cutoff, where the deer hang out. I remember the deer, sorry, I'm trying to speak. I just woke up. It's about 11 o'clock. I didn't wake up while I was driving. I woke up and then I got in the car and then I was still kind of waking up, as they say. I mean, you're obviously conscious and awake when you're driving. I'm not saying that I wasn't awake when I was driving. I wouldn't sleep at the wheel. But this is where the deer hang out around here, and they will kill you immediately. So they'll jump right into your car and just slice you up like a Freddy Krueger film. Just like Friday the 13th, they'll get right in there and they make a high-pitched screaming sound like, and they'll just chop you right up. They should do a horror film about deer killing people. I think Billy Corgan put some of that on one of his albums, at least on the cover of one of his albums, when he was doing Swan. We're going to try to go around this way. We're looking for the drop-off here. Oh, this is very creepy right here. Yeah, I understand that information there. I used to have a trampoline like that when I was younger. I'd do these gainer, twist, flip things. So as usual, the garage sells through Saturday. So they're going to do it through Thursday through Saturday. Pretty much a weekend thing. They got a Pepsi can out there. Looks like a couch. A couch as well. We made it, and we are here at the Sansom City Park. It's actually a Sansom Park, but they consider it a city. And there is the reservoir. So there was rumor that once back in the 70s, someone tapped into that and dropped a whole vial of LSD, and the whole town went crazy. And they started this paintball tournament thing called Paintball Airsoft. A couple people got hurt. Don't want to get into the details about how they got hurt, but let's just say there was some blood involved. All right, there's the 10 maps of paintball fun. and we'll go back to the airsoft. Now, there has been people killed over airsoft rifles, so I stay away from them. A lot of times people just pull them out and the police just, take a sniper and go at it. Just get off the beast from Guatemala and you just run up to North Texas for some weird reason. Go by CC's and get a load up. Apparently at Subway, if they make you wait, you get a free drink. I was just, picking up a sandwich for Dee. And I don't know, I just get a free drink. So I did. I already had a drink, but might as well get another one. Interesting, I just found out you can do private shipping. So it's not with the post office or anything. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So basically you have your own PO box. And it looks pretty interesting, but it's actually private, so it's not through the postal service at all. It's through a private company. Coming off as an Andy Warhol film. An invalid code, but someone came in and drove by and said, "I got y'all," and they opened the gate and we got on in. Now the next thing I do, I'm gonna drop off that what do you got, that Subway? No, it wasn't a Subway. CC's Pizza, right off at your doorstep. I don't see why they would separate the apartment complexes like that. It seems like they'd keep them together in union. Looks like we got in and we found it, so we'll be dropping that pizza right after this message. There'll be a little message for AdSense, and then I'll drop the pizza off and be at your doorstep. Okay. Oh, thanks. All right, well, I'm gonna drop it off about right here. There you go. It's 6308, right? Yeah. Okay, thanks. All right. I don't mean to be looking at you. What happened? The gate opened. Oh, man. Yeah, you actually have to go to a different area to get out, so it's not... They do, make these two individual apartment complexes. Why they're not in union. They're probably in union. It's just... I don't know. But anyway, that's a separate one. But I think they're the same. Yeah, they're the same company. I don't know. Yep, it's the same company. Yep, it's the same company. No, one's Bluff and one's Ridge. Okay, I got it. One's bluff and one's ridge. Beware of the dog. I got it. So they're the same company, but they're different apartment complex, but they're pretty much in We're in Hazel area. They got a Taco Amigo. The strength of the wolf is the pack. It's a good thing to teach the kids. Prices jumped on back up. We were paying $2.96 per gallon. Now it's gone up to $3.19. That place at Texaco back there was $3.29. Hang on there, Pokenokies. And they're all the way from Colorado. Like a fighter jet museum. They even got a Blue Angel one that was using the Blue Angels. And that's the Navy, some Navy stuff right there. Those are all separate bombers and jet planes, a whole entire, pretty much a museum of aircraft. She looks like a pretty good vlog there, right off Clinton Avenue and Long Avenue. If you find the corner of West Long, a bunch of planes there, propellers and everything. Yeah, these roads can be real bumpy. You don't want to go in full force and just kind of sit back and just cozy on in and just take it easy and put on some David Bowie Black Star and go to town. And I thought that said rabbit testing. Then I thought it said rabid testing. Like if you got bit by a dog and got rabies or something. Then I finally figured out that it actually says rapid. Like very, very, woo. Huh. We might want to go buy QT here pretty soon. Call that type of bridge a can opener. A small little town, pretty small town on some side of Lake Worth area. You get these old grain elevators with cars stuck in them and stuff like that. Guy going by with a motorcycle. And oh yeah, you got some old antique right here. And there's gonna be a guy going by with a bicycle. And yeah, they got all kinds of stuff going on around here. Yeah, this old dump yard. There's Fort Worth right there. There's an old dump yard right in there. And a dump there's Fort Worth. Fort Worth. The place where they keep the worth. Yeah, Fort Worth has been around probably a little bit after the Civil War. Probably even around the time of the Alamo. They probably had some type of fort. Probably did. And they actually did. I just got the news from as a message. It said, yep, yeah, Fort Worth was there during the Alamo. It's confirmation on my informational source. And I don't know which to go on this one, but I'm going to turn to the left. See if that always, one side of me always said, always make a right-hand turn, especially when you're down here in the south. But I went with the left, and there's Trinity River right there, and we're going to see if I did. Oop, getting a bunch of things coming on, so telling me to maybe turn right turn. So going to the left was actually the right one. But I did turn to the left, and there's Fort Worth, and it's nice. It's a real nice place, and I got all kinds of stories about Willie Nelson, and sometimes I switch over and start talking like this, because this is the way I used to talk when I was younger. Got me on video talking like that, and I just kind of talk like this, and everything was rosy on. And then I started learning to talk like this, where everything was fine. But at times I could talk like it maybe a British accent too, like I was from Manchester all of a sudden. And sometimes I do that. It just slips out, and I start going, "That's so amazing. I love Morrissey's work. Oh, I absolutely love the Smiths." I just switch back down here, and it just kind of comes and goes. I made the wrong kind of turn right here, so we're going to have to do a figure eight. And then what we'll do is, whoa, turn right there. Well, you want to watch where you're going there and make sure that everything's okay. And we'll go this way in some kind of figure eight. And then we'll just turn around that way and just flip on going to Shake Shack. And they have great French fries as well. and we'll get some French fries and sit around and talk about David Bowie and Black Star. And sorry, I got a little problem with the computer system in my mind. Everything just kind of went a little haywire. Got all C3PO and everything. Now we're just gonna go around a circle. We're off Cold Spring Road right here, and this is north side and east side. There's I don't know what that is. It's some place where you go to the shitter. And then I turn around this way is Whirlybird Way in north side right there. You can see Fort Worth, the whole turn right there. Then we're gonna keep on going down this way, and we'll pick ourselves up something called Shake Shack. They got all kinds of burgers and treats and wonderful things. You get sweet tea, sit around all day and just talk about David Bowie all day long. And then we'll go down this, what was that? That's the Trinity River right there. Real nice. Don't go swimming in it though. No swimming. One thing about Fort Worth, not David Bowie, but Fort Worth, is the murals. You can see the murals right here are real cool. They're real cool murals. And they spent a lot of time. I had a drama teacher back in high school when we were studying Tennessee Williams. He'd come out here all day and just paint murals all day long. And I don't think they paid him squat. They probably owe him quite a bit of money for that. Some of those murals are still around. Now this one right here is a nice little area of Fort Worth. It's a Latino Arts. If you're in the Spanish-speaking theater, it's called the Rose Mariner. And I got a good friend, it's a playwright. He writes a lot of stuff in English and Spanish. And it's Artist De La Rosa. They also hang artwork there too. So if you're an artist and you've got Spanish descent or any type of Spanish heritage, you can hang your art there in the lobby and possibly make a little bit of money. Some of that artwork is thousands of dollars or more. But probably you want to go more like pop art, maybe modern style, Spanish heritage culture. And we had a theater that was right there. That was a Spanish theater. And I don't know a lick of Spanish, but amigo and gracias. I can say gracias. And we're looking for a Shake Shack. We're getting some Joe T. Garcia. If you're going to get it at Joe T's Garcia. Especially the chips and hot sauce, which are absolutely free. They don't even charge extra for it. They shouldn't know. You go in there and get some chips and hot sauce and Diet Coke. The bill would be $2.97 or something similar. Hey, one time I used to go there to get work. You could apply for work at one of these places. They had a little work center. I forgot what they called it. It was a work center. You go in there and learn how to type. I got a grow-side moose, grow-side moose. And then you got new ices, which Owen Wilson, or Luke Wilson, I think it was Owen Wilson, Luke Wilson. It was Luke Wilson. He helped redesign this whole theater. He came out from Hollywood, and they redesigned this whole entire theater. Hollywood did that. Actually came in and redesigned it. Now you can go in there and watch a movie. Back in the day, it was cobwebs. Now my dad, he was the one behind the idea of redesigning that new ice. We were going to turn it into an actual theater, a live theater. But we didn't get permission from Paul Newman, so we couldn't do it. And I wrote a letter to James Lipton. I said, hey, you tell Paul Newman we want to put him in a play out here in Fort Worth, but we're only going to use his hologram. So we weren't going to use the real Paul Newman. We were only going to use his hologram. And that was my dad's thinking. He just thought it'd be a good idea. So we don't have to actually bring Paul Newman in. We'll get his hologram, put his hologram on the stage. It'll be like Star Wars.